reporter, I don't take positions on issues. I have to stay objective.
You don't have, you think that having a position makes you biased?
Yes, I don't have a position.
You don't have any positions on any issue?
Nope.
Do you think racism is bad?
Yes, I do have a position on that issue.
So you do have a position on some issues?
Yes.
I thought so.
I don't think that's an issue.
Well, some crazy people think it's okay, but...
I also think the Holocaust was a bad thing. I'll take a position on that.
Okay.
I don't have a position on the minimum wage. And I don't think anybody cares what I think.
Oh, we all care. You're a U.S. citizen, and our opinions are important. What's your name?
Molly.
Molly. Could you tell? I'm Jan Helfeld with The Bottom Line.
What's that?
We do public policy interviews.
Is it on television?
No, it's on the internet. On the internet, yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, we try to investigate the fundamentals in the thinking of people that the politicians and also the journalists like yourself, because you control the agenda.
I don't think so.
Well, yeah, you decide what questions to ask based on what you think is important, and so you have an important part to play.
Yep.
I was wondering, could you explain to our viewers what racism is and why it's bad? You can't?
No.
You don't have an opinion about what it is?
I just want to go home. Thank you.
You have no opinion on what it is?
If you'd like to book me on your show, you can call my office.
Okay.
Right now, I'm just waiting for my driver so I can go home.
Oh, okay. So who should we call?
You can
Molly?
look up the Atlantic.
What?
I write for the Atlantic magazine.
Oh, you write for the Atlantic. It's one of my father's favorite magazines. He loves the Atlantic.
Mine too. Good for him. He's got good taste.
Uh-huh.
I'm not trying to be rude. I just want to go home.
Well, it's just an interesting topic, right? And so since you do have an opinion on racism, I thought we could find out, what you thought racism was and why it's bad.
It's not really my area. I cover politics.
Politics?
Mm-hmm.
What, you want to talk about Trump's deportation plan for 11 million illegal immigrants? That's a political issue, or?
Yep.
Do you have an opinion on that?
No.
You don't know if that's bad or not?
No.
Deporting 11 million people?
I think reasonable people can disagree.
Well, wouldn't it be a tragedy for all those people? And if they're peaceful, productive people, why should we deport them?
I'm not going to argue with you.
No, I get your opinion.
But I think it's an issue that different people have different views on.
Yeah, definitely. Donald Trump thinks that he has to deport them because he says that's the law. Is it possible to change the law?
Of course it is. That's what we have a Congress
it seems
for.
like a simple solution. He can't get around, apparently. Right? It's kind of interesting. That's what politicians do. They change laws that they think are no good. So wouldn't it be better just to process them here in America? And if they're peaceful, productive citizens, give them a work permit, and instead of destroying their lives and sending them back to wherever the country they came from and incurring in all that expense and judicial procedure, and then he says that he's going to bring them back expeditedly. You remember that part?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to bring them back anyway, what's the point in deporting them?
Well, you have to ask him.
Well, I did.
What did he say?
He wouldn't answer my question. I asked him, instead of deporting all these people, why don't we just change the law? Since you're going to bring them back anyway. Seemed obvious question to ask. So he didn't like the question, and he got a little bit angry at me.
What did he say?
He just went, "Oh, get out of my way! I don't want to talk to you."
Where was that?
That was in the Values and Voters Conference.
Okay.
Remember that conference they had about a month ago?
Yep.
Yeah, I interviewed him there. It was like a gaggle of reporters there. I wasn't the only guy there.
Mm-hmm.
And but I thought he could just take that one question and explain. Doesn't seem to make any sense, right? To deport them and then bring them back expeditedly. I mean, that's a lot of expense for nothing. For somebody who's very efficiency-minded, you would think Trump would could see his way around that.
Well, there are a lot of people who feel like people who've broken the law ought to pay a price for that.
Yeah, I agree. They should pay a fine. It's a misdemeanor.
That's your view. There are other views.
Well, to destroy their lives is going a bit far, especially if they're productive.
Here we
Okay, Molly, it was nice interviewing you.
Nice to speak to you.
Thanks for talking.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Very